There is oil in that as well, so don't.
Oh shit.
Took it upside down.
Oh, no, that's fucked. Alright guys, Pitbikesonic here. Last episode you saw us doing the engine strip down, which was for the CR70 bike, but now we are here at a fork dyno, or a suspension dyno, something I didn't even know existed until Rob brought it up a few weeks ago, and we're going to see what the pit bike front forks are doing. Let's just put this into context for you guys. Rob put his forks on there last week and they went on the dyno, and I'm not going to lie, from what he says, they pretty much exploded. So they didn't like it whatsoever, and I've just seen the graph and they were, well, beyond useless. And they were antics, and that's what I'm now about to put on mine. On this thing here that I've never seen before, and we're going to see what my antics are like. Rob has now got SPs on his pit bike, and they're still not great, but they're a lot better than what the M-Techs were, so fingers crossed my M-Techs are going to be okay. If not, I'm going to have to follow Rob and get some SPs as well. But yeah, let's show you guys what my M-Techs are like.
So yeah, this is compression. That's where it's moving the fastest.
Yeah.
That's when it's fully compressed. And then this is rebound. This is where it's moving the fastest halfway through the travel, and this is where it comes up. So this is what those forks were doing at 0.25 meters per second. So that's not fast at all. Do you want me to show you what a good one should look like?
Yeah.
Split legs. So this is a split leg.
Yeah.
So rebounds in one, compressions in the other. So you got nice and smooth up into compression, and then you got a nice smooth graph of compression, and that's making 400 newtons.
Okay.
So it's nearly making 400 newtons, and that's at quarter meter per second. And it's a kind of smooth down, and then in rebound you've got some nice rebound force as well.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you overlay Rob's fork, it's this tiny little thing in here, look.
Yeah, it doesn't even go a quarter of the way.
No. It's got rebound. It's got rebound force, look. It's got rebound force, but it's got nothing on the front end.
Yeah.
Can you overlay my new ones as well?
So if we take out those good ones...
So these were with SP forks, so they were with M-Tech forks, guys, and this is with SP forks.
That's fine. So this thing here, look, this like jolt here...
Yeah. Is that the SPs, his new ones?
Yes, this is the new ones. It goes up and then it falls.
Yeah.
I think that is the stiction in the bearings and the bushes, because they're brand new.
Yeah.
Because they had loads of stiction. So basically you had to compress them, like put loads of pressure in it, and then they'd slip when the bushes start to move. So once they start to move, they drop actual resistance. So you can see these have like way more.
Yeah.
And less in rebound.
Yeah.
So these have got like double.
Still not great, is it?
It's not great at all. So
compared to that blue one you showed.
So that's 100 newtons.
Yeah.
And the strange thing is it takes time to build up.
Yeah.
It's basically because it's not equalised on both sides of the valve, because the valve.
I'd really like to get some expensive pit bike suspension like Mupo or something.
And try it
and see what it's like.
Yeah.
But you're paying a lot of money for that.
If Mupo suspension, it'll be the same internals, just smaller as what you get in road stuff. It'll be exactly as everything else.
Yeah.
Because this is horrendous.
Yeah.
This is you're dragging a lump through some oil. That's what you're doing. You're just dragging something through oil. You're dragging a spring through oil. That's what's doing. That's what that is. It's the no compression on these forks, and I can't believe. I can't believe what these forks feel like. Yours feel better. Yeah, they feel better.
They feel better, don't they? Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Well, I was actually trying to think of an excuse to go quicker.
I think your sanction's bent.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think your sanction's bent. Let me do the other one. You don't want a dyno bent fork, it'll make it real bad. It's probably bent inside somewhere. If I take it apart and roll it, I don't think you'll know. But that will not go down further. This gets really tight.
Oh dear.
I think that's bent. Let's try the other one.
Oh God.
As bent as your bag in Benidorm.
Oh no. Well, can we dyno wrong fork?
Yeah, we'll do this one.
Just for the video.
Yeah, we'll do this.
So, bet these have got to go in the bin then. Or I've got to get a M-Tech fork, which you can't get anymore.
Yeah, but I've got spares. But I don't think you can't get them apart, can you?
No, you can't get the damper rods and stuff out of them.
So I haven't got spares.
I take that back.
Do that again, Rob.
There is oil in that as well, so don't
Oh, shit.
took it upside down.
No, that's fucked.
It's basically a nut that holds on the valve in the actual damping valve in the bottom of these forks, and the brass is snapping. That's what we found in your forks. So people are putting in really heavy oil because it's just bypassing the valve, whereas we put light oil in yours, and then we're going to try and keep the valve intact for as long as we can. Yeah. So your forks with light oil has got more damping than most people's forks with heavy oil, because they're just breaking the valve. That's the theory, but that doesn't mean much sometimes. But then you still might break in yours with light oil. You just got to keep an eye on it and then see what happens.
How will I know?
You won't have anything.
Oh.
Right, so before the forks have even got onto the dyno here, they're fucked. Well and truly fucked. So we found out that it's the non-brake side one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the non-brake side fork is bent. So you would have seen Rob trying to push it up and down, and basically it would get stuck and then just slam to the ground. So yeah, it's bent. So we're not going to completely waste this video. We are going to put my one good fork on the dyno just so you guys can see it working, and then I'll be on the internet ordering some SPs just like Rob did. So yeah, God knows how long I was riding with those bent forks. I did have a few big offs last year, so at some point yeah, it might have even been bent when I got it. Who knows? This is pit bike stuff. But yeah, let's get this one good fork on the dyno just so you guys can see what happens.
Yours made it way better, didn't it? To go down, haven't we? Yeah, loads of room. Right, they're in. That's tight. You're tight. You're all set up, right?
Okay, let me do a bit of whirl.
I'm only going to run them up to 0.15, so really slow. We'll go through 3 different cycles. Is yours a CW as well?
Yeah.
CW 40?
Yeah.
140, and then what year is it?
Oh, God knows. I got it 3 years ago.
22.
I just want to see them. So the there we go. So that'll hold the midpoint and then it'll run through 3 different speeds.
Oh no!
So we'll give you more small clicks of compression and see if it comes back on. But as we increase the speed, so we'll go from 0.05, which is that one. So this is 0.05 in compression. This should be a lovely, like, smooth arc, and it's just going up and up and up, and that's because the pressure's getting stuck behind, and this drop off is. But then the most scary part about it is as we increase the speed, the damping on the compression side doesn't change. So that you've got an almost flat across different speed ranges. So it's doing nothing. What that fork is doing is you're dragging a spring through some oil. That's all you're doing.
Oh God.
You're dragging a spring through some oil.
Well, you make me feel better because I won races with these forks. Imagine if I had decent forks.
It's got something in the rebound, so it's going through the valve in the rebound, so as you go faster it works harder and harder and harder. And look, it started to look like what it should do.
Yeah, that looks a bit like the good one.
And that's I reckon that valve is broken off inside there, and because it's going so slowly, it's not sucking itself back down. And then when you're moving it quickly, it's just sucking itself back down to the bottom of the stanchion. So I reckon the valve in the actual compression valve in the bottom of the fork snapped, because this is just bypassing the oil. It's not doing anything. Do you want to run it faster? See what happens.
Yeah, let's blow it up.
It's already. There's nothing we can do.
No.
It won't blow up because it's already.
Okay. It has already.
It is what it is. And let's try. Let's give it a load of clicks compression. So that was 6 clicks out.
Yeah.
Let's give it more. So we'll give it 2 clicks out, and then we'll see if we get anything then. Because it might just be that it's completely just bypassing the adjuster, but I doubt it. I bet you it's a lot more than that. But I think it's just these forks.
Chinese.
They look like a fork, but they're not a fork. Is the honest answer.
They just hold the front wheel up.
So basically, you'd be better off with 2 logs strapped between your wheel, beside your wheel. Basically, I some scaffold poles.
When we were watching senior mini motos go around, they have no suspension. This.
Basically, a scaffold pole, basically.
Right, that's compression 2 clicks out. This might do something it shouldn't, but it'll be alright. It might be a case that you lower it, do that for 6 months, and take something out, get you start wearing it until you get comfortable with this one off faster. Alright? So the valve's probably not broken then. It's probably just so large that when you unscrew the compression adapter, it's not doing anything.
So
let's try. Let's open up the last run that we did
and see how much better it's made it.
Just so we'll do a similar speed. Yeah. So this is the second run with the compression. That's 2 clicks. That's 4. That's 6 clicks out.
It's still horrendous.
So 6 clicks out, it wasn't doing anything. It was just completely bypassing everything. So then that's not running through a fume stack. That's just all running through an orifice in the bottom, and the orifice is massive at 6 clicks out. But that's not a lot of force.
My SPs are better.
Yeah, way better. That's better than what yours was.
Yeah, mine would never done that, did they?
No, that's way better than what yours were. So that is running. Yeah, you got 105, and it's slightly smoother. So basically, these forks don't work with the compression adjuster anything out more than like 4 or 5 clicks, like exactly what we found on yours.
The SPs, yeah.
They just don't work.
Has to be right on the harder setting.
You have to just turn not all the way in, so that's 2 clicks. Like I'd never usually advise anyone ever to do that, but maybe for these forks. You get another set, aren't you? Because these are bent, so you'll buy them as a set. Do you want to run these up to 1 metre per second? So we can run them even faster, just so we know, see if they'll break.
Okay, yeah, let's do it to destruction. Go on.
Just because if you get your new set of forks and you run them at 2 clicks, you want to know if they're going to last, don't you?
Yeah.
You'll be getting SPs though, not these ones. Does that make a difference?
You can't buy these anymore.
I don't think internals are much different. No. At all. I think they're almost the same.
Yeah, do that, because then I can put mine back to 2 clicks and I won't touch it, because if we're going to go bang, I don't want to do that. Do you know what I mean? Breakers.
So you don't want it to... I'm really stupid with this.
They're screwed all the way in, right?
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So so you screw them out to 4 clicks. After 4 clicks, they do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But then, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So like 2's in the middle.
So if coming down from the hardest, click in 4 down.
4 down. After 4, it does nothing.
So only the first 4 matter.
The first 4 matter on compression, and then.
Which is the one underneath.
Yeah.
I understand that.
And then if you go anything harder than 2, they could potentially break. Is that right?
So you've got a window of 2 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really got no adjustment that actually does anything. Right.
So I can't go in the top two because they might explode, and I can't go anything underneath because it doesn't do anything.
Well, welcome
dear.
to Chinese.
So the only thing
God.
you can actually do to make the forks feel different is change
Are you
the oil
happy?
weight.
Are you happy to run these faster?
Yeah.
It might rip the valve might die, but at least then when you get your new forks, you'll know if you can run them at 2 clicks or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's totally
I don't care about blowing them up now, do
Are
I?
you sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
You happy?
I can't buy these as a pair anymore, and that one's done. Here we go. Is it going to blow up, guys?
What about my Dyno and the 4?
I'm going to have to clean up all the oil that goes everywhere.
That's the start speed.
Just stand on this level of oil.
That oil just splurges everywhere.
That's what it says. Still alive. Still alive. They're actually doing it. Look like
I don't know what you're on about. Look, they're perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're fucked.
yeah, do this.
So the rebound.
So the rebound works as an actual fork.
Yeah.
But the compression does absolutely nothing.
You've got 2 clicks
You've got 2 clips.
on SPs, or not that antics matter because you can't buy them anymore. Right, guys, I did do an ending to this vlog, but unfortunately I must have pulled the wire out the mic or something because I had no audio. So yeah, we're back here at the workshop a couple of days later after being at Able Motorworks and Mike checking out our front forks for us. And let's say that didn't go well at all. Obviously we had one fork that was bent, and I knew pit bike forks were bad. I didn't know they were that bad. To find out that you've pretty much got no preload adjustment whatsoever apart from 2 clicks. Loads of them don't make a difference, and apparently you don't want to be in the 2 top ones, so, or the top ones, sorry. So yeah, I've now got to get some SP forks. Not that they're going to be great, because obviously Rob had already bought ST forks, and Mike didn't think they were great either. And before any of you ask, oh, can I send my forks to Mike at Able Motorworks? No, he does not want anything to do with pit bike forks. He literally has done these for me and Rob as a little experiment, but he doesn't want anything to do with pit bike forks. But if you do big bikes, big bike racing, or you have a road bike that you want to have your front forks checked out, he'll quite happily do that. And a massive thank you to Mike for doing that for us. So yeah, I have now got to get some SP forks for the front of the CW, and we're going to get them as good as we can possibly get them. Not that they're going to be great anyway, but what we've found out, guys, is if you're running a cheap Chinese pit bike and you've got cheap Chinese forks in it, SPs, MTECs, Volts, whatever you got in there, they're not great. But that's what it is. It's pit bike racing. You've got to expect these things. You can go out and spend all that money on some expensive Mupos, or I think they're called Mazzocchi forks, which you can get from Parker Racing, but obviously they got to be able to fit your bikes. They probably would fit the CRF 70 here, but I definitely can't get any. They're 660 forks that go in the CW. So yeah, I've got to get some. Right, guys, obviously I need some new forks. If there's anyone interested in sponsoring me a new set of forks, I'd really appreciate it. And what I'll do is, because I'm getting all the graphics done on the bike soon, you will have, because you're paying for the forks, you will get your name, business, whatever. I will fill the fork leg with whatever you want, or fork legs, so the other ones there as well, hanging on the brake line, with whatever you want, whether it's a business or a name. If you want to help me out, there'll be a lot of extras I'll also give you, like towards the channel and things like that, like maybe a couple of free days up Ella Park and some stuff like that, some goodies and that. I'd really appreciate it if there's anyone who wants to sponsor me a set of SP forks, because obviously I really need them now. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you found it interesting. I think it's probably the first ever time that anyone's once put pit bike forks on a dyno, and yeah, it didn't come out great, did it? But anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that button down there. If you're watching this, guys, on your TV, which I know a lot of you are, just pick up your phone and hit that subscribe button for me. I'd really appreciate it if you could. Massive thank you to all my patrons as well. If you found this video as well, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you again for the next one. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.